This ignoramus is claiming that Surah 3 verse 18 states that Allah bears witness that there is no God except Him and the angels and the knowledgeable people, despite the fact that no authoritative translation says this. So, all three are God according to this terrible eisegesis. Okay, first you have to remember that Arabic is not like English. So, sentences in Arabic do not have to be constructed in the same way as in English. Second, if you study the grammar of the verse, you would realize that the only verb in the verse is to bear witness, shahida. We can also see that Allah is in the nominative, and that is determined by the diacritical mark. That means that Allah is the subject of the verb shahida. The same is true of the angels and owners of knowledge. They are both in the nominative, which means that they too are subjects of the verb shahida. They, like Allah, bear witness that there is no God but Him. This is why even Christian translators such as George Sale rendered the verse as God hath borne witness that there is no God but He, and the angels and those who are endowed with wisdom profess the same. Notice the semicolon. And if that still doesn't persuade you, just read the rest of the verse. It literally tells you, again, that there is no God but Him. And while we're at it, let's kill two birds with one stone. Surah 9, verse 31 is a favorite of the Christian missionaries as well. It says that the Jews and Christians have taken their rabbis and monks and the Messiah as lords besides Allah. But the Arabic actually separates Messiah, from the rabbis and monks, so that the literal translation would be, they have taken their rabbis and monks as lords besides Allah, and then the Messiah. The ignorant Christian missionaries go crazy as a result. But contrary to their stupid assumptions, the verse doesn't mean that the Messiah is God, because again, the grammar doesn't allow it. The verb in the verse is to take, and we can see that the rabbis and monks are both in the accusative. In other words, they are the object of the verb. They are taken as lords. Now guess what form the word Messiah is in? Is it in the accusative or in the nominative? Did you guess right? It's in the accusative, meaning that the Messiah is an object of the verb to take, just like the rabbis and monks. And just as with Surah 3:18, if you just keep reading Surah 9:31, you will see that it again emphasizes and repeats the main point. There is no God but Him, Allah, La ilaha illahu.